Hey everybody. Oh yeah, we're gonna do these. Clearing. All right, this is gonna be a Divine Masculine check-in. We're gonna dive pretty deep. I've got 5 decks here. This deck is going to be energetic developments. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the energetic developments on every step of the journey that I'm going to cover here? What are the Divine Masculines thinking consciously about the connections, about their divine counterpart? How are they feeling on the heart space about the journey, about their counterpart, the status of their connection, what's going on? What would these masculines like to manifest at this time based on the current energies? What are the actions these masculines would like to take? What are the solutions or the problems and the solutions? What is the direction in the near future? This deck here is going to be emotional navigation advice for the masculines, and this deck is going to be advice for the feminines watching for their DM. Okay. What can we see for the general energy of the connections right now? Temple of Amethystia, tranquility, patience, disillusion. So there is a need for deep breaths right now. Masculines their patience is being tested at this time. They've never had so much spaciousness, alone time. There's something going on in their lives right now where they're really forced into, I heard compliance with divine will, like they're being forged right now. There's something going on for the masculines that is refining them. Life circumstance, adversity is, they don't have time for insignificant, insincere interactions right now. That goes for the people that are near and dear to them, but it also goes for the people they've been keeping around, people, places, and things they've been keeping around out of duty or because of immature energy, underdeveloped energy, trauma. So they've finally got some peace from some of these karmic influences, and I'm getting for some of these masculines, they actually haven't felt this much sovereignty from some of these situations. So whatever the adversity is, they've been removed from certain situations, people, places, and things. They're not in their typical mode or environment right now. And this is helping them. It's the hand of God helping them to remove the things that are not for them. But it's testing their patience because they are, in some regards, having an ego death, I'm hearing, because they maybe have been trying to cling to some of the things that are being taken away at this time. It may feel for these masculines that certain things are being taken from them. Masculines, if you're watching, whatever's falling away right now is not for you. So let it go. Let it go. Get it straight. Let it go. Let the things fall away that are not meant for you. Okay, on the conscious mind, what is this energy doing for the masculines regarding these connections? Be fearless and bold. So this implies they were hanging on to certain things, images of themselves and certain affiliations that allowed them to be in their cowardice, to play small, to settle. They are now, as these things are falling away, as this developmental step is being taken, these masculines are realizing that they have been weak, they have been in their cowardice. This is giving them an opportunity to really look at why they do that, why they have hid behind certain things, the familiar, the status quo, and this tower. So it's really hitting them that now that I'm hearing that they are a different kind of busy. They're not busy in the normal, typical escapist ways. Workaholism, partying, being around the the wrong people, whatever it is right now, they don't have that option. And it's really hitting them where they take the easy way out, where they've been escaping or not accountable. What is the emotion these masculines can process? Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So they see that they are in weak energy because of their trauma, because of the lack of forgiveness, and whatever has happened in their past, they haven't really dealt with the emotions. And so if they get the chip off their shoulder and let go of those victim blame storylines, they forgive, they see their value, what they're worth, immediately, more obviously. So masculines, it's time to really let go of a lack of forgiveness and allow yourself this time to decompress from the things that have happened in your life that have caused you to have a hardened heart or a chip on your shoulder. What can we see for the feminines? Two of Swords. That is a card of blockage, but this feminine is blindfolded. This is a call to go deep within. You don't need to know what's going on over there for your masculine right now. All you need to know is that if the energy is not moving the two of you forward right now, you're meant to drop deeply within to your own truth and keep on path with what you have, your karmic bucket. Allow your masculine this grace to transition through their life at this time. What can we see for energetic influence regarding the feminine, especially? Orion Stargate, power, authority, influence, ambition. So right now, the divine feminine is being highlighted to these masculines for their ambition, their power, their authority, their influence. Ideas are coming up to these masculines that are showing them their higher timelines with regard to alignment with divine feminine energy in their life. So whomever their divine feminine is, there are special archetypes illuminating about their feminine, about their feminine's energy in the world, and it's deeply inspirational if these masculines embrace that. What are they processing? Nothing is wasted, vulture spirit. So not only are these masculines inspired by you, divine feminine, but they're also blending the lessons that they've had to go through karmically and seeing how these contrasts and things can be tied up in a bow. I just heard how it's not at odds, it's really part of a whole, and they're seeing it on that level. They're seeing this elegant whole with the contrasts. Princess of Pentacles. So this is happening right now. Princess of Pentacles is the card of presence and immediacy in the physical. So right now they're getting the memo about how certain karmic lessons that they needed to learn had to happen as a prerequisite for union, but also they're understanding some of the lessons that were more covert that had to do with a lack of forgiveness. What is the advice for you masculines about coming to your senses about karmic things and divine things and higher timelines and lower vibrational choices? Doubt, I release the need to know all the answers. So what you need to do is trust your heart, trust your knowing in every moment, and you don't have to be attached to the outcome or to specific expectations. This is about trusting how things feel. Decisions feel, not so much what you think will result from these things. I just saw 911. So it's quite urgent that you understand this, masculines. You're not meant to be making choices because you think it will result in a specific outcome. You're meant to be making choices because it's well with your soul to make certain choices or to choose away from other potential paths. What can we see for the advice for feminines? Queen of Wands in the inverse. Keep on this glow up, feminines. You're going to be going through a rite of passage mirroring your masculine. It is never one-sided. If this truly is your counterpart, you do have things that contrast and complement what your masculine is going through. So if you think You have nothing on your side of it. This card is calling you out and saying, pray, meditate, ask to be shown how you can thrive, how you can, mind, body, spirit, on any level that isn't up to standard, up to par, anywhere that you don't feel like you are resting easy in the full glory and knowing. Look at those aspects and continue bringing those into mastery. So call your energy back from over concern with your masculine and just allow, this does speak of you continuing with your ambition, your authority, your influence in the world, continuing this glow up. You'll be stepping into contribution, into providing solutions through your niche in this world. You've been in training all of your life for this time, feminines. What can we see on the heart space for the connections? Storage, timed release, and focused force. So it feels like divine timing is building and the time is becoming now. So these masculines are reaching a critical point, a critical threshold, a critical mass, where whatever their karmic lessons have been, it's coming to a head. Okay, how is this influencing, or how are they experiencing it? Sweet results await. So they're so close, they can taste it. 11:22 I just saw. The land of milk and honey I just heard. So I'm getting a little bit of an erotic imagery with that land of milk and honey statement. Like they really do feel on the heart space that they're tuning into what real love is, and that they've been busy working like bees here to move their entire reality forward to the best they can, and now it's starting to become available to align with the feminine. It's never been closer than now. And so even for couples in shared living experience and marriages, those 3D kind of unions, this speaks of a next level energy included within the framework of those things, really bringing the holy matrimony into those union spaces, deepening the sacred aspect. For those who are not in romantic relationships, observable from the outside, romantic relationships, these masculines are tasting the opportunity coming in. What can we see for tarot here? The death. So they're seeing that they're past this birth, death, rebirth. They're past the middle point, and it's the home stretch. The home stretch. What is the advice for you masculines? Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Yes, so you're going to be getting a lot of major clarity right now, masculines. There's something about the way that the bumblebees navigate the grid lines. It is said that they are magnetic hovering resonance machines. When they set their wings going, it causes static, and that static electricity hovers on the grid lines of the earth, the magnetic lines between plants. They kind of go on these little monorails and follow that static charge. And so it's like that, masculines, acknowledging your fear and replacing it with awareness, which is the heart's truth. So it's dropping into the heart and trusting where your little bee self is taking you. Just be and allow. What is the advice for the feminines? 7 of Wands. So karmically speaking, you're going through a standing up for yourself period of time here. Your masculine energetically has your back, but you have some things to face right now, feminines, where you're going to come to the forefront as the true, noble, righteous empress that you are. This Queen of Wands is going through a showing the world the real you, this power, authority, influence, and ambition that we got earlier, that the masculines see in you. They potentially see this in you beyond what you currently know yourself to embody. And so this is you anchoring that potential that your masculine sees in you into the physical by going through this rite of passage. Excuse me. So that's instant clearing. Sneezes energetically are instantaneous clearing. So someone needed to hear that message. What can we see for the heart of hearts, the energy there? Portals, possibilities, and options. So happy place in our heart of hearts, I just heard. So there's something for the counterparts. You can commune in that pure love. Your counterpart is the only other human on the planet that meets you in that deep, sacred, pure, real, true, romantic love. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a twin flame or a soulmate or anything. You can have twin flames and soulmates that are not aligned ones. And so this is, though, for those who are aligned ones, this is holding yourself and them in that reverence on the heart space. What can we see? So the masculines are being influenced by this instantaneous connection that they hold with you, feminines, in this space where they can tune everything else out in the world and drop into the heart, and there you are, like this. What's going on for them there? Magic works through you. So they're very much feeling how magic has worked through you, feminines, into this connection and into their hearts. You've gotten in there, is what I'm hearing. Masculines, what the world. So yeah, these masculines know that there are specific things that need to close out. This can be geographic distance apart. The world gap needs to be closed. That for me is a metaphor for the distance to union that we are. If we are geographically separated, or if there is time until we can be together, these to me are time-space metaphors. If time and space are an illusion, they don't exist, then those things are metaphors for how ready for union we are, and those things immediately dissolve and the gap is closed when we come into alignment. Now, we can instantaneously align, but sometimes part of the fun of being in human incarnation is to go through a process where we have space and time, and there is that contrast. So we're not just in the every when all at once. And so, yeah, it feels like the masculines are simultaneously enjoying the process of awakening, of becoming, of ascending, but they're also feeling the closing in of those distances right now. What is the advice for the masculines? Peace, I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. Negative energy, misconceptions, projections, expectations, assumptions, all of these things are what actually create the wedge of space and time. So those metaphors of space and time, distance and length, those things are direct proportionately to negative energy. When we no longer have any excuses, any wedges in there, it just is. So masculines, you can come into center, into peace, and there is no distance between you and your feminine. In that sense, any of the logistics are instantaneously solvable when you allow for the peace in your heart to take root and take another fresh look at what you think is going to take a long time or what you think is far away. You can make absolutely instantaneous decisions where if this light bulb goes off, masculines, you can invite your feminine to share time with you. You can make decisions that close the gap in certain ways. You can have conversations, whatever state you're in, masculines, you can whittle away at your hesitancy by educating yourself, by bridging with your feminine. You don't have to wait for certain things in your reality to be done for you. You could be proactive by being in a balanced, healed energy and letting love direct you rather than trauma or fear. You don't have to recreate familiar patterns, masculines. You can take a peaceful approach. You can feel into what your heart would want right now if you could wave your magic wand and have anything. And you can make those choices because those are the healed choices. What is the advice for the feminines? King of Cups in the inverse. So the masculines right now are beginning to process their emotions in a different way than they have in the past. There is also a wand here. So this is the spiritual transmission. They're getting assistance on a soul level with navigating their emotions right now. What can we see for the wishes the masculines have to go forward and manifest? What is being evoked in the energy for them? Artistry, expression, community, and celebration. So these masculines are being nudged by the universe to come into a greater affiliation out in public. Power, authority, influence, ambition. They're being primed to step into the limelight, into public awareness in these connections. Their self-worth is growing to the degree that they don't feel like they're the weakest link with their feminine. So in the past, they might have felt like they could not hold a candle to their feminine out there in the real world. Now these masculines are starting to feel the call of purpose, of empowerment, overcoming that fear, eclipsing out that fear because it's genuine. They have hearts for service now. Wow, what a message. How are the masculines processing this? Time to heal, snake energy. So they are shedding their skin. They're shedding the old them. They're becoming more essential, more authentic, more genuine, more at home in their skin, in their bodies. They're letting go of the things they don't need to carry any longer. 55, major changes. So this period of reconciliation, I just heard, with the masculine's connection to source, release of karma, and regrouping towards the feminine is allowing them to shed old skin, old versions of themselves. Tarot. 8 of Pentacles, they're doing the work. They want to go to the next level. So these masculines have to shed the old skin to jump a level and take things advancement, to bring into play the new them, the new version of them, that their highest potential that they've been becoming under the surface. What is the advice for these masculines? Death for the second time. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Right, when a snake sheds its skin, it's not dead, it's reinventing itself. So yes, masculines, it's like, let those snake skins be shed over and over 1,000 times a day if you need to. Keep reinventing yourself to be your truest expression in the world. If at first you don't succeed, try again. So yeah, you won't often be received well by those near you that have a fixed idea of who you were, masculines. I'm hearing a prophet is not respected in their hometown, so that might resonate for some. For some that have been underestimated, undervalued, not seen or heard by those around, masculines, it's time for you to rise and stop trying to prove yourself to people who want you as the old version of yourself. What is the feminine advice? Okay, I heard dry your tears. The heartache is ending. So these masculines are no longer wanting to people please feminines, and that means that you've done a lot of work to align with a masculine that is fearless and going to be stepping into their highest calling, which is aligned with you in this highest timeline with abundance and love and ambition. So your long suffering is coming to an end, I'm hearing. What about these masculines' actions? In the energy, we are getting hydrogen atom, consciousness, beginning, and faith. So this is that leap of faith. It's a number 1 card. This is also singularity and unity consciousness. So the actions, these masculines are stepping sure-footed out from 0 point. They are coming to an essential truth in their life right now. I'm hearing home is where the heart is again. They don't want to live with actions and words being in contrast, or their heads and hearts out of alignment. They want it all to be cohesive. So their actions, they want to be intentional with the actions they're taking. They want things going forward to be deliberate, masterful, in alignment, conscious, steadfast, sure-footed. And they want it to be authentic. What can we see for these masculines? Sometimes life stings in the inverse, wasp spirit. So yeah, these masculines don't want to take life's stings personally anymore. These masculines are willing to release anything that stung them. Past pain, current prejudice, anything that's not in flow, they don't want to be here for that anymore. And Three of Cups, yeah, they are releasing third-party scenarios, people that they have been keeping close that have been undermining them. They want to let go of those things at this time. What is the advice for you masculines? Happiness. I'm aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. So anything that, you felt you had to, what does Jesus say? If someone slaps you on the cheek, turn and let them slap you on your other cheek or something. You don't have to do that. I mean, yeah, you don't have to argue with someone, but you don't have to repeatedly yell out to the world, hey, everybody who wants to slap me, come here, make a line. You don't have to do that. Oh my goodness. What is the advice for these masculines? Oh no, we got that. But I pulled another card, so let's get it. We got two, one for each cheek. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Oh, maybe we are at that stage. Oh my gosh, I just got so excited for the masculines to not be willing to do those things anymore. Yeah, we already got that. So we got a second one. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So you're losing your karma, masculines, and now you can appreciate it for the influence that it had. You don't need to keep putting up with it and putting yourself in harm's way. You can eliminate the trauma agreements, the trauma choices from your life, and you just don't have to go there. You do not have to focus on those things anymore, and those things will recede. It's crazy making to try and solve those karmic things and be the savior for those scenarios. Withdraw your energy and focus on the most productive path. You can rise, masculines. You don't have to stay lowering your frequency for things that are not rising with you. What is the advice for the feminines? Strength, overcoming devil energies. So continue to hold to the light on your side of the energy as well, feminines. That includes not telling yourself suffering pain stories about what your masculine is going through right now. You might be feeling your masculine and their rite of passage at this time. Many won't be. For those feminines who have balanced out, you might feel a very nonchalant energy about what your masculine is going through. That's because they are not wanting you to mom them in the energy. They're doing it on their own. And so, yes, you may feel some of the challenging emotions, but you should be able to, at this stage of the journey, discern whether it's yours or theirs, or, what's what in that energy. This is saying, if you're struggling with any of it, bring it back to balance, bring it back to the light. Don't tell yourself devil stories, overcome the ego, and just breathe through anything that's challenging you right now. Drop storylines, feminines. What can we see for the biggest challenge for these masculines? Flower of feeling, compassion, emotional awakening, and forgiveness. So we already got the card of forgiveness. So the biggest challenge, masculines, is letting go of your past. Forgiveness is finished business. So if you can forgive everything that's come before, thank it for the lessons it was there to show you. Actually, if you can't forgive, you really need to be objective and ask to be shown in the big picture what those experiences taught you, what the gift, the blessing in disguise was that you learned. from those things. Likely it has empowered you towards your true soul mission. It's probably catapulted you into whatever your purpose, your life purpose is. And it's shown you energetically what you needed to know to excel with your life purpose, meaning you've overcome and now you can contribute by helping others do the same. But it comes from forgiveness, because whatever adversity you've faced, it has catapulted you into the shoes that are not too big anymore. What can we see for the masculines in that? Be playful. That's in the inverse, and the High Priestess. Okay, so this is mercy and humility. Bring your own joy back. Allow for that playful, divine aspect of you to come back out into the limelight, into the forefront. Masculines, but not sarcastic, not condescending in any way. Genuine. Have mercy, humility for self and other. The whole world is healing right now. Allow for neutrality to come in so that all of the things that need to be released from the past can be gone now, can go to bed and not be woken up tomorrow, kind of thing. Like, really just let all those things go. You're not meant to take action to solve, to heal it all, to figure it all out. You're meant to let it take care of itself and stay the course for where you're going, because the future's bright, masculines. What can we see for advice for these masculines? Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So in order for you to move, you're going to have to change things up and actually outrun your karma, your past, the things that hurt you. You're going to have to move away from fixating on those things, dwelling on those things, hoping those things will change and say they're sorry. All that stuff, you're going to have to detach and move along. What is the advice for the feminines here? Two of Cups. Stay focused on the love and trust in divine timing. What is the solution for this challenge? Invocation, summoning, and ceremony. So have a commitment ceremony for this higher path, masculines. Really speak it out to the universe that you are ready to be free and to follow your highest timeline. Say it out loud. Have you declared that you are finally ready to put down sin, lack of righteousness, your evil ways, and to go on to a more productive, abundant, higher pathway? 3233, that's a 5-5, or sorry, 3232, 5-5 changes. So this is a turning point, masculines and feminines. This is why you're being asked to stay in your own energy, because this has to be through your masculine's free will. I do believe this collective, these masculines are absolutely purely choosing these things, completely not coerced, but of their own power, their own empowerment. And so, yeah, masculines, you are really being asked to, once and for all, just release your past. That's the solution. And feminines, yes, you're not wrong to hold out for love and to wait with those healthy standards for this real thing to be coming in. What can we see for the direction in the near future? Chamber of inspiration, bliss, aspiration, realization. So this is when we let go of our hardened hearts, our lack of forgiveness, our past. 3333. We can now realize our dreams. This is what you were born for, everybody. How are the masculines experiencing this? Take a leap of faith. And 6 of Swords, internal. So this is a paradigm shift internally that you deserve to take this leap of faith and to have your potential reached in this lifetime, masculines. No more playing small. What is the advice for the masculines? Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can from myself. So it's time to do a deep dive and find that honest truth within. What do you really want to be doing with your life? Who do you really want to be doing it with? What do you really want to see in the world? Be the change you wish to see in the world, masculines. So you've got all of the pieces there, hidden in plain sight, for you to curate your reality from all of these beautiful things that you resonate with. It's time to make it real, to make it your own, to construct this new template into your reality. What's the advice for the feminines? Justice. Okay, so if there are legal matters, financial things, any matter of injustices, this is a very resounding, positive card for you feminines, that justice is going to be served in your favor. Ooh, yes, I want to say amen. So, and in these connections, so if this truly is your aligned one, feminines, it's guaranteed to come in. But there are other karmic scales being balanced right now in your own life, so that this is able to come in without any of those time-space wedges from your side of it as well. Okay, I'm just being shown this deck. What can we see that might be hidden that we can see coming to light? So it fell on Justice, Page of Pentacles. So one step at a time. Every moment is new, I just heard. So what looks impossible today can have an instantaneous shift. Believe it, pray it, open to it, receive it. So part of receiving your masculine, feminines, is receiving this justice prevailing throughout your life with whatever else is going on that you're transmuting and living in your own right at this time. One card for the masculines. What can we see for the masculines? Ooh, we got a few. 5 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and the Princess of Pentacles for you too, masculines. So exactly the same page, tarot pun intended, Page of Cups, or sorry, Page of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, and 5 of Cups. So this is really letting go of the existential crisis, the lack of faith, masculines. Every present moment that you can bring yourself back to righteousness, back to trust in the divine, back to the benevolence of life, back to a higher power, higher timelines. Recall your energy from all those lower dimensional areas of existence and step into the light. You are exquisite, extraordinary beings. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.